Hi everybody, I am here today to finally share with you my completed Graphic 45 Ghostly Greetings mini album. There is a complete tutorial available for free if you want to make this album on your own. And I am finally finished so I can do the flip through, which I usually release first and then the tutorial, but this time I released the tutorial as I was going just because that was the easiest way I could do it. This album will also be listed for sale, so if you want to purchase this album, look at the description box because there will be a link there if you would like to purchase it. This is a large album. It measures 10 3/4 by 7.5 and it has a 2 3/4 inch spine. I'm going to flip it over here just slightly. It's got that floral paper on the spine, and then on the back it's got this gray Ghostly Greetings paper. On the front cover I've only got a couple of pieces of chipboard here, the rest is completely flat with that paper. This is magnetized here, opens like this, and this is an album that has waterfall style pages, so each page gets progressively larger. This album also has acetate pages in it, so there are actually 7 different pages in the album. Starting on the front cover here, I made a large accordion pocket. Now I have an acetate piece holding this down. So this here is the chipboard pieces. It is expandable here so that if you have a lot of stuff that you want to put in this pocket, you can put stuff in here and this band will still hold it closed. Now in the album, I've just added 2 small photo mats, but there's plenty of space for you to add more to this. Just 2 of the journaling cards on the front and then room for your photos, full 4x6 photos on the back side. Now for page 1, I did use my border dies for these, so that I've got some decorations here in here, so just some of the flaps have these on it. This opens up, room for a photo here, and then this opens down, and right off the bat we've got a waterfall just because I wanted to use these cut apart cards. So we've got the card on the front and then a photo spot here on the back side. And then on the base of the page, I've got one of my ephemera pieces as a tuck spot and then one of my little journaling cards here tucked there. And then you could place a photo there as well. Now there is a large deep pocket on the page and this has a photo mat here. Anything that is over top of the area for photos will actually be open so the photos can slide behind them. So this is for a 4x4 and a 3x4 photo. And then we've got 2 wallet size photos here and then a journaling card so you could do some journaling. In all of the pages, there is a pocket between those pages, so I do have a large photo mat. They all look the same, so I'm not going to be pulling them out. They do get progressively larger as we go, since the pages also get larger, but the style of page is the same, or the style of photo mat is the same. So there's just a strip of this floral paper here, and then the ribbon pull, and the rest is completely blank so that you can journal or add whatever photos you choose. Now on the back side, I've got one of my chipboard pieces here and I've tucked one of my journaling cards. It's on the front flap here with that decorative edge. This opens, room for 2 wallet size photos here. And then it opens again, room for another wallet size photo here. This flips up and we've got room for 2 more wallet size photos there. And then on the belly band, we've got 2 4x5 photos here and a 4x5 photo there. Now this is the first acetate page, so I'm actually going to take this out so you can see completely see-through, except for I've used my rub-on transfers and some of my ephemera pieces throughout. There is a sleeve here so things can tuck in. So you can tuck a photo here, you can tuck a photo mat or paper. You can add your photo directly onto the acetate page, whatever you would like to do. But it is completely see-through so you can see those pages behind it. I did add some of my stickers on the back side here and have some more of the rub-ons as well, and I thought this looked really cute. So I really like the idea of using the rub-ons on the acetate. There is a tuck back here as well, so you could tuck on both sides. For the front of page 2, I have my chipboard piece here, and I just made this, and it actually is open, so I can tuck a journaling card back there if I want to. I just didn't do that. I actually didn't use any of the 8x8 journaling cards. I only used the 12x12 ones. On the base of the page, we have room for 2 4x6 photos here. And then down here, we have a pocket, and in the front pocket, we have a journaling card, and then we have a photo mat for a 4x6 photo, and then a larger photo mat for 5x7 photo, or you could put multiple smaller photos. The second photo mat is here in the pocket between the page. Then on the back side of the page, we first off have a photo mat here in the pocket. There's an ephemera piece decorating that pocket. And then this is a sticker that's on a banner piece, but it's open for the photo to slide underneath. This is a photo mat. It pulls out. It is on the back side of the page actually. So I've used one of the journaling cards. I've got room for 3 4x6 photos here. These are open from the stickers and the ephemera. Then this flips over, and then there's room for 2 4x4 photos on that back side. Now this actually tucks back here, and then this is a full-size pocket underneath this, and you could actually add additional pieces into there if you would choose to do so. I chose not to, but you could tuck more things behind this as well. Here we're moving on to the second acetate page. So again, if I remove this, it is completely see-through here, so it actually creates a little bit of a scene. I made sure that my acetate decorations went with the page below it so that you could see the layers. So I thought that was kind of cute. And I added this as my tuck for here. On the back side, I've got more pieces just so that you don't see all that white. And then again, added some of my rub-ons onto the back side to hide the white side from the rub-ons that are on the front. Now for page 3, I have this little magnetic closure here. It's on acetate, so it flips up. This holds these pieces closed, and it looks like the ghost is floating. So here we've got flaps that open to reveal photo spots, and then a large journaling card. So this is a gatefold meant to be folded one after the other, and then this will hold those closed. Now you can take these photo mats out from the top or the bottom. They're both the same, so I'm just going to remove one of them. Checkered paper on the back side, solid paper on the front side. These are designed so you could either use the solid side or the checker side. The checker side, you'll see the checker paper here and the checker paper over here. So if you did that, it would continuously blend with the papers throughout the album. But I chose to put mine in this direction because I think it stands out a little bit more, and I like to see that contrast. We do have another large photo mat here in this pocket between those pages as well. And then on the back side of the page, we have a pocket here with one of our journaling cards. And then we have a small photo mat here, room for 2 4x4 photos. And that does have a chipboard pull on it to help you to get that out of that pocket. This pocket is magnetized, so it flips up and there's room for a photo there. It flips down, there's room for a photo there. This is open, so the photo can slide underneath of it. And then here, there's room for a large photo here, or you could put multiple smaller photos. Now this pocket here has a photo mat in it. And it has 2 3x4 wallet-sized photos. And then the back side has room for a large photo there with the ephemera piece open to stick that photo underneath. It can be placed either orientation, so that's why this piece is here on this side. That way, if you choose to put it this way, you would still see those pumpkins. But I'm putting my photo mat in this direction, so you see it this way. And then there's also a second pocket on that page that has a large photo booklet. In that photo booklet, there is a spread here, 2 4x4 photos, a 4x5 photo, and a 3x4 photo or wallet size photo there. And then on the back side, it does just have the paper, but you could add photos here if you needed more photo space. Next, we have our third and final acetate page. I'm going to remove this so you can see. So we've got those rub-ons on that page, and I just added one of my journaling cards. Then on the back side, we've got some of the rub-ons and a sticker here, and then some of the pieces here for decoration. And then we have page 4. So for page 4, this centerpiece is magnetized. This was that piece of paper that was on the bottom of the actual signature sheet, so I just cut it into 3 pieces. Here I have a photo mat there, and then here I actually have 4 photo mats, so you could put wallet size photos or a little tiny bit larger than wallet size photos there. Then this flips up again, and we've got room for full-size photos here and here. And then on the pocket of the base page, we've got our journaling card from the 12x12s. And then we've got one of our large booklets here that has room for 2 wallet size photos and 2 4x5 size photos there. And then on the back side, it has the decorative paper, but if you need more photo spot, you can add photos there. There is another pull-out photo mat there in the pocket between those pages. And then for the back side, we've got a large photo mat here that fits a 5x7 photo. This opens up. We've got room for wallet size photos here and here. And then here, we've got photo mats in our belly band. So we've got here 2 more wallet size photos, a wallet size photo, and a journaling card. And then these actually pull out from the sides and they fit full 4x6 size photos. So plenty of space here to add lots of photos to this page. Now this back page, you'll see the acetate band here. This actually is for photos under here and here. You just have to slide it underneath the band and it won't affect the band at all. This piece is actually open, so a photo will slide down underneath it there. I just stuck a sticker on here so that it's decorated until you put your photo in there. This piece is actually a slider, so when you pull this, it will slide in either directions to reveal a hidden journaling spot. You could put a photo there too if you wanted to, but I just thought that that was cute and a nice little addition to the album. Because I was using the acetate pages, I wanted to add some acetate here and there throughout the album as well to make it blend together. And so I really thought that was cute and I liked the idea of this little sliding piece. So that is my brand new Graphic 45 Ghostly Greetings mini album. Like I mentioned at the beginning, there is a full free video tutorial available on my YouTube channel for this album. It's already released, so I will link that playlist below if you want to make your own album. Also, this album is for sale. It is a one-of-a-kind. I will not be making any additional ones, so if you want to purchase the already assembled album and just put your photos inside, I will link that down in the description box below as well. If you are looking for a sale for Black Friday or Cyber Monday is coming up, so that'll be the day that this video gets released. So if you are looking to purchase any of my tutorials or chipboard, I do have some codes here. They will be valid until December 2nd. So you can go ahead and apply these codes to get something free on my website. I will link my website down below as well, so you can check that out. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.